why you are here?
Yo, what up, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. If you hear some background noises, that's the wife cooking pork chops in the background. You know what it is. Motherfucking feeding frenzy around here. 3 more books that'll make you stronger, man. A little stronger, a little better, help improve your life. Take it to another motherfucking level. We're gonna start with The Energy Bus. Alright? This is a book. Now it reads like a novel, like a story, kind of. And but with the author, he's trying to make a point, and basically he's talking about just how do I put this? Like your energy. You know, like when you go in a room, or if you've ever worked in an environment where the energy was like negative, or you've been in some kind of environment where everybody was negative all the time, or people were sad or whatever. That energy is contagious. It comes from the people, right? You give that off, and it's your job to control your energy. So like, if you're positive, happy, that's energy. You give that off, and it's contagious to other people. Negative energy is contagious too. I know I sound like a fucking hippie, but it's real shit. Like if you ever worked at a place where, you know, just everybody was complaining, or people weren't happy, you start to feel that way too. It's contagious. But if you work in a place where everybody's upbeat, people are feeling it, you know, people are excited to come, that's contagious as well. It rubs off on people, man. You know, like you see any of my videos where everyone I'm with, me or Brian or whatever, we're laughing, we're joking, right? Because that energy is contagious. Because like that's what you bring. You can control the energy, your own energy. You control your energy, and to a certain degree, you can control the energy of those around you. Because just like negative energy is contagious, positive energy is contagious. So you gotta exude that. You gotta put that out, and that's basically one of the points he's trying to make in this book. You know, like it's a story. It starts out this guy. He's going through a bunch of shit. You know, he's about to get divorced. He's about to get fired. His car break down. Everything's kind of going wrong. You know, first world problems. Everything's going wrong with him, and then he's all complaining. And then he gets on. I don't want to give away the story, you know, but he realizes. He meets a wise old black lady. I'm just assuming she's black from the way this guy writes, you know, but it's a white guy who wrote it. But because she talks like, "Oh, sugar, you gotta change your energy, baby." I mean, you know, that's how I read it. Maybe that's just my mind, right? Because obviously, I just read the words and that's the voice I heard. Basically, what that wise old black lady told him was, you gotta be, you in charge of your own energy, man. You can't be around blaming people for things. You gotta be a winner, not a whiner. That's when she said, "Hey man, yo, is you a winner or a whiner? You know, you a victim or you a victor?" And you know, she just talks. Basically that's what he's trying to. You should check it out. I heard about this book. You know, that last year Kentucky, they went undefeated until they lost in the Final Four or whatever. The Kentucky basketball team. And they were interviewing one of the players, and I guess he was like, I forget this kid's name, but he's like real good, but they were having a lot of like issues with him. And the coach made him read this book, and he said it turned everything around for him, and like it turned his negative energy into positive energy, and he became an asset to the team as opposed to a liability, you know. So that made me want to read the book. I liked it, and I'm recommending it to you. Check it out. Another book along those same lines, man. This is gonna be a real rah-rah motivational series. These 3 books are gonna be more like, you know, motivational, I guess. 10X rule. You know what I'm saying? This joint. Listen, I don't want you to buy the book. I want you to get the audio book. Alright, I have the book, it's fine. I have the book, I have the Kindle book, but the audio book is where it shines. Alright, because you get to hear him talk, and he talks like a crazy person. He talks like he basically sounds like if I was an old white man, this is probably how I would sound. Like, and he's screaming, he's talking about what he's talking about is he according to him, the author, the main difference between success and failure is effort. You know, it's not capital, it's not resources, it's not connections, it's effort. He's saying, listen, put 10 times the effort, 10 times as much effort as everyone else, and you'll win. Real simple. Matter of fact, you don't have to read the book. I just told you everything's in it. Put 10 times as much effort as anyone else would into your goals or anything you're trying to accomplish, and you'll be better off. And that basically seems like common sense, you know. But it's kind of cool to hear his philosophies and his take on it, and it's like when you listen to the audiobook, it's like it gets you going, makes you want to go, man, full speed ahead. So I like it. 10x rule. Oh, he should fucking pay me for this, because he also has a YouTube page, and it's pretty good. He gives a lot of business advice, and you know, he's talking crazy. You might want to check out his YouTube. Also, off his name, Grant Codron. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Yeah, man, he should fucking pay me for that. Free shout out. What did the twins say? $5,000 for a shout out? I'm giving them out for free. All right. Then we got Bill Phillips. This is Body for Life by Bill Phillips. I lost the cover. What happened was I actually lost this book because I had it in the 90s. Okay, and I found it at a bookstore. Well, you know, when bookstores in New York where they have like cheap books outside, and this was like $2, and I picked it up because Bill Phillips was like one of my idols. He was my idol growing up. Like when I was first getting into training, I didn't have YouTube. I had to read books, which is probably better than YouTube. To tell you the truth, man, it's a lot of nonsense. You know, anybody with a fucking camera and a Wi-Fi connection can throw up a YouTube video. But I had to read books and read magazines. And Bill Phillips had this book. He had a magazine called Muscle Media, and I got a lot of my philosophies, my core philosophies came from Bill Phillips. That's where a lot of my core training philosophies came from. But like, I also looked up to him as a businessman. He was also the founder. Like I said, he owned the magazine, and he was a best-selling author. But he also owned the supplement company EAS Sports Nutrition. And like right before the turn of the century, he sold his supplement company for $160 million. You talk about an exit. That's an exit. That's an exit, man. Cash. Okay, and then he just disappeared from the line. Like he said, fuck it. You guys can have it. Tony Horton, it's yours. Do whatever you want to do with it. All you guys can have the fitness industry. I'm chilling. I'm chilling on about 160 million. You know. But he was already rich before that, because prior to that, EAS was a multi-million dollar company. So just, as a business, not only as I got a lot of my training philosophies from him. He was my role model as far as training was when I was younger. But even as a businessman, he's somebody I look up to, man. The way he was able to build companies and sell them for such a high profit, builds companies from scratch and something like that. He's somebody who I really looked up to, and still do to this day. I think he recently had they did a feature on him on bodybuilding.com. You might want to check it out. So anyway, that's the 3 books for this week. The Energy Bus. It's a real easy read, especially you guys who don't like to read. This is a story, so it's not going to be as boring as like some of the other books I recommend. It's a real easy read. A fucking child can read this, man. 10x rule. This is somebody who wants, if you really want to get after it, you know, like. It's that top speed shit I be talking about. You know, 2 guns up. You know what I'm saying? Empty the clip. This that shit. And then Bill Phillips. If you want listen. This is just one of my recommendations. This is just an old favorite. This might be self-indulgent to even put it on the list, because a lot of the training, a lot of the nutrition and the training is going to seem dated because it's from the 90s. But you know, the principles are still. A lot of the principles are still sound. I mean, he talks about 6 meals a day. You know, I've gotten away from that, you know, because I do intermittent fasting. But I mean, a lot of people got ripped with 6 meals a day, right? You know, it's not you might not need to do that, but fucking a lot of people got ripped doing that. I don't know. You might want to check it out. You want to see what the foundation was. Sometimes you gotta know where you came from, know where you're going, brother. Anyway, that's the 3 books for this week. Peace.